We're committed to this effort, and so we want to first thank the Chicago Football Classic Committee, the Rand Brothers, and Mr. Huggins for this wonderful opportunity to join in this tremendous effort. You know, there's a great deal of DNA in Atlanta, Georgia from Chicago. We currently have 88 students that are currently matriculating. These are new students in our freshman class that are from this wonderful community. So we want to give those 88 students a round of applause, not only for pursuing higher education, but for selecting Clark Atlanta as their destination for the higher education experience. We also want to thank our alums in this area. Mr. Bakari Baker is our alumni president. They are enthusiastic. They are fully supporting this effort, and we are putting the full bounty of the university's resources behind this new venture. The wonderful thing about coming to this area is that our band has improved significantly, so we're going to be bringing a new Panther marching band to Chicago to sit Central State down. Okay? So, Brother Cobra, you better put on some new tubas and get a couple of more trumpets, because Clark Atlanta will be in the house. The other thing that we're excited about is that there are so many wonderful young Afro-American and brown people in the city that we want to capture. We want to pull out the young engineers from this community, the young lawyers, the young judges, the teachers, the preachers, all of those folk that have what? Forward movement in their lives. Clark Atlanta is the place for you, and we want Chicago to embrace us like we're going to embrace you, because it might be 88 freshmen today, but I want 180 for next year coming out of this wonderful community. I remember coming back and forth to Chicago when I was a kid. I grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I had an aunt who had her headquarters on 79th and May Street. So I know about the hood in Chicago. I know about the folk I grew up with as a kid, coming here for the summers and interfacing with them. And even today, I know that there are leaders in this community and other cities around the nation. So this is fertile ground for keeping the legacy alive for all of us that we have in our DNA. This is a place where we can grow young people, we can partner together, and thanks to the Chicago Football Classic, this is a place that we can elevate our energies to move our position here in a much stronger area. Congressman Davis is it your son, sir? Nephew graduated. The daughter. There's somebody else I met. Mr. Watson had 2 children to graduate from Clark Atlanta. So we have a footprint here. It's my responsibility, our AD's responsibility to grow the relationship. So on behalf of Dr. Ronald Johnson, the 4th president of Clark Atlanta, who will be inaugurated soon in October, we're going to bring our army of volunteers with us as well. We're going to be in your school systems, recruiting young people. The band will be recruiting members from this community. But most importantly, we intend to win. We intend to win, but in the event we don't, we are smart enough to know and hospitable enough to know from Atlanta, Georgia, we'll bring you a bushel of good old peaches to make up for our loss. So expect something other than the peaches, but if we lose, Brother Cobra, we'll bring you a big old bushel of good old sweet Georgia peaches for you to munch on for next year. Thank you very much.
And those Georgia peaches are good.
Good morning. I want to thank the Rand Brothers, Mr. Huggins, thank the committee, Ms. Broad, Mr. Wallace, for all that you've done in welcoming Clark Atlanta University. I'm excited about being here. On behalf of President Johnson, as Mr. Caldwell said, the president is laying a bushel of peaches on the line. I'm looking forward to being back in the city again. I'm also connected to this city. I married a Chicago girl from 81st and Ellis. And so I know my way around just a bit. I'm excited as an athletic director at Clark Atlanta University. We strive to do 3 things with our student athletes: win championships, graduate, and to develop them as leaders. And I will tell you that we have a group of young people that we recruited, many even from Chicago. We have over 70% of our young people having a 3.0, and this year, for the first time in the history of the school, the valedictorian was a football student athlete. I look forward to competing and working with my brother Jahan Colbert and getting this classic going. I saw where, and Jahan is always a gentleman. He didn't throw any trash on the line, but I didn't get this size to lose. I played in the '86 Super Bowl against Chicago, and that didn't turn out so well. But I'm looking forward to coming to this classic. I won't say a whole lot about trash talk, but I will leave Jahan with this story. I'm reminded of an older gentleman, about 86 years old, who goes to the doctor for his physical. And the doctor says, Mr. Williams, how are you doing? He said, Doc, I'm doing good. I do 100 push-ups every day. I got a new wife, a new baby. I'm doing great. The doctor said, well, you know, that reminds me of a story. Reminds me of one of my patients who went out to hunt deer, got in the tree stand and realized he left his ammo back at the hunting lodge. But he said, this is a beautiful place. He's just going to enjoy the scenery. About that time, a 10-point buck shows up. He decided to get him in the crosshairs. And about that time, pow! Runs out, and the gentleman was excited. And he asked the gentleman, he said, now, what do you think about that story? The old man, about 86, said, Doc, somebody else shot that deer. He said, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I gotta agree with him. Somebody else did shoot that deer.
Hey, but listen, one of the things that, like I said, we are so blessed this year is that we have a lot of Greek organizations that are really truly embracing this classic and really helping us get the word out. And at the end of the day, because of their support, when you look at that rendering there, that's what we want Soldiers Field to look like on September the 10th. Right? That is it. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So this time we're going to bring up Mrs. Donella James, President of Historical Black Colleges and University Alumni Alliance. Ms. James. Oh, here she comes.
Hello everyone, I'm going to be real short. I'm a Howard alum as well, and last year Howard University played. We were very excited. Kevin was definitely one of our proud sponsors and support and comment. So we're here with the Alliance also on behalf. I am the president of the Alliance as well for Chicago HBCU. We consist of about 16 alumni associations that actually come together. So we are definitely in full force to make sure that we definitely support. We are sponsors as well, and we just got done with the Bud Billiken Parade and make sure that we passed out flyers. So we're here to definitely support. I want to thank the Chicago Football Classic owners as well as all the staff. Thank you guys for everything, and we're just here to make sure that as HBCU alum, we are here to support, sponsor, as well as give out scholarships as well for any funds that we get on behalf of the Chicago Football Classics. Thank you.
She's kind of modest. She's also one of the 50 women of excellence from the Chicago.